Damar Hamlin, Micah, Hyde, Von Miller are all on track to make an early appearance in 2023 for the Buffalo Bills. Yesterday's press conferences with Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott, Von Miller, Josh Allen, Damar Hamlin, and so many more guys revealed so much about this team. Got me so hyped up for this NFL draft. This is going to be a great season, adding competition to so many different positions here. Brandon Beane revealing some positional needs and how he sees this year's NFL draft. Well, welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. We got to discuss it. Baby, are you kidding me? Von Miller on track, Micah Hyde on track, and also our guy, Damar Hamlin. It's been announced that he's going to be back for Bills Mafia. Absolutely huge. The doctors clearing Damar Hamlin after such a crazy scene last year. And you know what this team has been through with that. It's just unbelievable to see that Damar Hamlin is going to be back for freaking Bills Mafia. And I discussed it in a prior video. Like, was this going to be a distraction? You know how the national media is. I mean, Damar Hamlin, a celebrity now in the NFL. I really thought maybe it was going to be a distraction. Where the doctor's going to clear him, not clear him. But the facts are that Damar Hamlin is cleared now. He's working out. He's probably going to practice. And he could very well make an appearance very early in the 2023 season, maybe even starting the 2023 season. So I think that eliminates any sort of distractions or media attention to Damar Hamlin. Now, looking at the other players here, Micah Hyde, right, going down last year, saying that he's going to be back for 2023, saying that he feels the best that he's felt in a very long time. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer are back, and Von Miller specifically even stated that he's going to make an early appearance in this upcoming season. These are staples. These are foundational players for the Buffalo Bills. And then you hear Josh Allen coming here to Buffalo saying that he's never been more focused on football and listening to what he had to say about protecting himself, about the longevity of his career. I've never heard Josh Allen really get that deep into it, understanding that injuries are undefeated in the NFL. Josh Allen is going to be trying to protect himself, even admitted to just having too many turnovers last year, and that if he just eliminated half of those, how many more yards and touchdowns and possibilities that would present to this Buffalo Bills offense. Now, Brandon Beane has done an awesome job bringing in guys in competition. So we might not have a solidified starter at a position, but we have 2 or 3 guys that are competing at that spot. And you could couple that with experience, with the memorable moments that we've allocated to these players, right? So we have Spencer Brown and David Quessenberry again at that right tackle spot, and very well could add another tackle in this year's NFL draft. At middle linebacker, the Buffalo Bills bring in A.J. Klein. We have Tyrell Dotson, Terrell Bernard, and also Baylon Spector all competing for that middle linebacker spot. The first year Sean McDermott's going to be calling plays, the quarterback of his defense. I'm sure Sean McDermott wants the most competition at that spot. He wants to see who's going to rise to that freaking occasion. Potential rookie and NFL MVP. Unbelievable talent there at middle linebacker. Brandon Beane admitted that bringing in draft picks helps solidify positions for the future because draft picks are under contract for at least 4 years. When you take a look at this Buffalo Bills defensive line, we have a lot of defensive ends, but we have all of our defensive tackles under 1-year deals. Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, right? They're all under 1-year deals. So that is a big time concern for Brandon Beane. And he even admitted that we need to be taking a look at defensive tackle in this year's NFL draft. So we have some longevity there. We have some players that could contribute. And one player I've been eyeing up there, I've been saying them, but Siaki Ika, 380 pounds, 6'3", low leverage, heavy beast, right next to Ed Oliver, who's a speedy pass rusher. I think it's a great compliment to one another. We talk about complementing us in the running game, having different style running backs, right? But I think these defensive tackles could very well complement one another. If you want to double team Ed, then we'll bull rush you with Siaki Ika. If you want to double team Siaki Ika, Ed's just going to pass rush and get right to the quarterback. And it's the quickest way to the quarterback between the center and guard. I really like that philosophy for Brandon Beane and the Buffalo Bills. Knowing that Sean McDermott is going to be calling plays this year, I really believe the Buffalo Bills defense and all the players on this team are completely hyped up about it. It seems that way listening to Micah Hyde, right? And I think there are some concerns by the lack of experience at middle linebacker. But Sean McDermott specifically said he's excited about that. He doesn't care about the lack of experience. He's excited to see the cream, right? He's going to see the cream rise. Who's going to be that top guy? Who's going to take advantage of this opportunity to command potentially the #1 defense in the NFL, to be a part of this great defense, knowing that Von Miller, Trey White, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, all these guys are back. Hyde, Elam, Christian Benford, Taron Johnson, Matt Milano. It's just unbelievable what the Buffalo Bills have going for them. But this year's NFL draft is a huge, huge thing, and Brandon Beane did admit to taking best player available. If there's a player at 27th overall, it could very well trump his draft strategy. And there are some players that I think the Buffalo Bills are considering ahead of even linebacker if they're available. So at 27th overall, the Buffalo Bills have Jackson Smith-Njigba, a wide receiver, JSN from Ohio State, could very well be there because he was injured all of last year. Durability is a concern, right? The best ability is availability in the NFL. JSN has some durability concerns and didn't run necessarily the fastest 40 time. You know, Zay Flowers ran basically the same 40 time as JSN, and Zay Flowers is only 5'6", 180 pounds. JSN is 6'1", around 200 pounds. You know, but you take a look at all the wide receivers that we have on this team: Trenton Sherfield, Gabe Davis, Deontay Hardy, Khalil Shakir, Stephon Diggs. You know, who's going to actually see the field here for the Buffalo Bills if we bring in another wide receiver? And I think the Bills would still consider drafting Jackson Smith-Njigba, 27th overall, even though Jack Campbell's on the board, Trenton Simpson, Drew Sanders, all those guys could very well be on the board. Brandon Beane also admitted to trading up or trading down. He said once we get around that 20th pick, he'll decide whether it's worth trading up or even trading down, getting more draft picks. So I think Brandon Beane, again, has traded 29% of the time during the NFL draft. Basically, a third of the time, Brandon Beane's trades have occurred during the NFL draft. And I think we could very well easily see some trades going down. The best trade for me would be to potentially get 2 picks in the first round. Try to climb up in the bottom of the first or early in the second to get that tackle linebacker type of deal. And I really believe tackle is a major concern for the Bills, but having the experience with Spencer Brown, trusting Spencer Brown, not having the experience at that middle linebacker spot, bringing in another rookie linebacker with not a lot of experience kind of makes a lot of sense and makes a little bit better of a competition. You know, I think that would make a lot of sense. Jack Campbell has been getting a lot of flack for not being great in run support, but keep in mind, he's the biggest, 6'5", 250 pounds. He could take on those 300-pound linemen. And also Iowa maybe didn't do necessarily a great job holding up offensive lines. This Buffalo Bills defensive line proved last year that we could hold up defensive lines. We proved that this defensive line could stop the run, allow guys like Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano fly around, make plays, and Jack Campbell's pass coverage ability, his understanding of the game, his willingness to learn, his blue-collar DNA. Telling you, man, I was going all between Drew Sanders, Trenton Simpson, and Jack Campbell. I think the Bills are definitely having their eyes on all three, but I really think Jack Campbell, depending on who else is available, if he's still there at 27th overall, definitely makes a lot of sense. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider hitting like, subscribe for future content. Peace out. Go Bills.